Hi, I'm Dr. Tracy and I'm back in our small animal surgery suite talking about horses. So today I'm going to talk about fall deworming. So fall deworming is one of the few deworming blanket recommendations I'm going to give. Now keep in mind, we are in southwest Minnesota. We actually have snow on the ground. We've had several hard freezes and all of the flies are dead. Horses are probably pulled off pasture and in dry lots, and we are getting ready for Thanksgiving next week. In fact, Thanksgiving, there's certain things I do in horse keeping and around the farm that we're gonna do the week of Thanksgiving, and deworming is one of them. So why Thanksgiving? Well, the three worms that I'm trying to kill that I cannot test for, I kill in the fall. Bot flies, larvae. The bot fly larva is a big old worm. It's gross. It's like an inch long, and they actually can develop in the stomach and they can lead to stomach ulcers. So the egg is that little tiny yellow spot that you see on the fur of your horse, on the legs, on the shoulders. They can be anywhere on your horse's body, but those are actually bot fly eggs, and your horse will ingest them. They groom themselves. Yes, horses groom themselves. And it takes a couple weeks, but those develop into larvae and live in part of the stomach. We know that all horses kept in domestic situations are prone to ulcers, and I do believe bots contribute to it. We typically only see bot flies in the fall. We don't see them in the middle of the summer. It's something that shows up usually in September. The second thing that we need to deworm for in the fall in Minnesota is tapeworms. We know that 90% of our pastures are contaminated with tapeworms. Tapeworm eggs are not easy to find on a fecal float. They don't all float the same. We do sometimes see them, but they can be easily missed. Also, we know that tapeworms shed eggs intermittently. Tapeworms definitely increase the risk for colic, intussusception, and they can cause discomfort, intermittent GI upset, itchy butt, all sorts of things. And if you've ever seen a tapeworm, they too are gross. So there are only a few products that get tapeworms. The big one that most people are familiar with is praziquantel. I'll hold that up. Okay, is that focusing? Praziquantel. That's actually what we use for tapeworms in dogs too, and cats. And often it's in combination with another dewormer, like in your Zemetron Gold or your Quest Plus. And I'm going to be talking about Quest Plus in a minute. The third thing that I think everyone should deworm for once a year at least is encysted small strongyles. When I say encysted, that means they are like hiding, waiting for an opportunity in the wall of the intestines. So they don't show up on a fecal float. They're like dormant worms waiting for the right opportunity to come out, waiting for stress, change in environment, whatever. So if they're just waiting, they're hiding, they're not making eggs. So you can do a fecal egg count on your horse, and I absolutely encourage you to do that, especially prior to putting horses out on pasture in the spring. It may come back negative. That doesn't mean you don't have encysted small strongyles, tapeworms, probably not bot eggs at that time of year. So once a year, regardless of your horse, their age, whether they're by themselves or whether or not they're in a group, whether or not you even do a fecal egg count, you need to deworm in the fall a few weeks after a hard frost. My product of choice is Quest Plus. I actually had Brandy order me a couple of extra of these, and I'm taking them home and I'm going to do them this weekend. Quest got a bad name a couple years ago. There were lots of rumors going around the internet that it killed ponies and killed donkeys and that it was a bad drug, don't use it. It's moxidectin. It's super safe and it's very effective. Here's the deal. You have to dose it appropriately. This tube, and one of the reasons I like it, is it gets 1,500 pounds worth of horse. I have a huge 16.2, 16.3 hand gelding. I don't know what he weighs. I do know what he weighs. He weighs about 1,400 pounds. But if I were to use some of the other dewormers, like the ivermectin, this only goes up to 1,250 pounds. This isn't enough to deworm him. I'd have to use a tube and a half. So I love Quest because it gets my big guy. But I also have a 900-pound 3-year-old filly who is a petite cowbred horse. She weighs like 900 pounds, so I'm going to dial her down to 900. Well, how do I know she weighs 900 and that big beefy weighs 1,400? I use a weight tape. Purina did a study many years ago where they used weight tape and compared to a scale weight, and I don't remember the number, but I think it was 85% of horses were within 50 pounds of the weight tape. So it's actually very accurate. Most feed stores give them away. If not, they're like $1 or $2 at the farm store. Definitely worth investing in one. So, tapeworms, encysted small strongyles, and botflies. I've talked about those. I'm going to talk about one more product. This is the Panicure Power Pack. I love this product too. I really like it for debilitated horses, skinny horses, repeat bouts of colic, horses that seem to not respond well to the other dewormers. Now, this is a lot of wormer. This is about $100, where I think your Quest Plus is about $15, and your cheap is a Mectrin, which is great for the spring, not good in the fall. It's like, this is like $2 or $3. A power pack is a double dose of fenbendazole 5 days in a row, and it is a huge volume. You have to have really strong thumbs to push this out in cold weather if it's been in your barn. I know that from experience, and it's a lot. Your horses a lot of time will try to spit this out because it is a high volume. You can split it up into 2 or 3 times, let them swallow, go on. You can do some in the morning, some at night. I'm fine with all of that. I love this product. It doesn't say on the label it gets tapes. I know it does. It does get tapeworms. It gets encysted small strongyles, gets every kind of stage of every worm, but it doesn't get the bots. So, I also know, not because it's on the label, but I know that this drug does have some anti-inflammatory effects on the GI tract, and it can also even modify some of the gut bacteria. We use a drug called metronidazole in small animal. It's in the same family, and it has some pretty unique properties that aren't just killing worms. So this is a great product. All of these are over the counter. You can buy them online at Valley Vet Supply. We do sell the power packs here, and we do sell Quest Plus. Actually, we sell the Mectrin Gold too. We don't carry a lot of it. We just keep a couple doses as a convenience for you. If you have questions about deworming and you would like a tailored plan for your farm, you want to know when's the best time to do the fecal 8 counts, which horses you need to watch more closely, the old ones, the young ones, when you should adjust your worming to when your horses are out on pasture and when they're on a dry lot, we can help you, Dr. Carly or myself, and we're just a phone call away. Thanks.